the ultimate movie about two middle-aged men behaving like man-children. Now, several months ago, I was at my mate Craig's house. There's Craig there. And I'm the one wearing the Freddy Krueger mask. He asked me what I thought about Step Brothers, and I told him I've never actually seen it before, and he was shocked, and he wasted no time. He put that movie on, and we sat down and watched it, and to be honest, I thought it was one of the funniest movies I've ever seen, in which Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly play Brennan and Dale, 39 and 40-year-olds who live with their single parents. But when their parents get married and they are all forced to live together, it's war between the newly stepbrothers. But when they start bonding and gain a close bromance, the whole world around them plummets into disaster. I think what I like the most about this movie is that Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly kind of look like each other. Okay, they don't really look like each other in the technical sense, but they both have these big heads with curly hair and have similar statures. So they oddly kind of match. And so because of this, it's just wonderful seeing them work off each other and behave like immature kids who never really grew up. So it's time to go back and explore this comedy classic from 2008 as we look into 10 things that you didn't know about Step Brothers. The movie that asks the age-old question: can that lady who played Agatha in those Marvel shows pee standing up? Yes, she can. So let's check it out and thank Craig for this one. Number 10, Step Brothers grew from another comedy movie. Actor Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly have always gotten along ever since the audition of Anchorman, when Reilly auditioned to play Champ Kind. Reilly didn't end up getting the part, but he left an impression on Ferrell and director Adam McKay. So much so, the two would cast him in the race car comedy Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, where Reilly and Ferrell would finally share the screen together and wonderfully capture the comedic chemistry between the two of them. It was clear that this was a winning formula, so in the later stages of Talladega Nights production, the director Adam McKay and Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly all decided to make another movie together and were trying to figure out what they could do for their next movie. According to Mental Floss, someone in the editing room said something about bunk beds, and then suddenly it came to McKay. Ferrell and Reilly could play grown-up stepbrothers. And yeah, that's it. It all came from the passing mention of bunk beds. Number 9, the movie was originally 5 hours long. So the story of Step Brothers was conceived by Adam McKay, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, with McKay and Ferrell writing the script. And Step Brothers would also be co-produced by Judd Apatow, who in the 2000s was handing out comedy classics like they were sweets, with the likes of 40-Year-Old Virgin and Knocked Up. Step Brothers would be filmed in California, particularly the Los Angeles region, with the movie being backed up by Sony Pictures Releasing, who also previously distributed Talladega Nights. Now, according to Screen Rant, director Adam McKay would encourage his actors to do improv whenever he was filming his movies, as well as throw lines at them. You know, basically encourage the cast to make funny things up on the spot while filming. And so, the site adds that this ended up with scenes of dialogue being a lot longer than what was actually scripted. And so, because of this, the very first cut of Step Brothers actually stood at being 5 hours long. Oh, wowzers! The movie did get edited down to its eventual 1 hour and 38-minute duration. But somewhere out there is a vault that contains an extra 3.5 hours of Step Brothers. That's 3.5 hours of the movie that no one has ever seen before. Think about it, there was probably enough footage to make 4 Step Brothers movies. Damn. Anyone else really curious to see all that deleted material? Number 8. Real musical performers, but fake balls. So a standout aspect in Step Brothers is the musical act the Brennan and Dale characters form, called Prestige Worldwide. And when they're not singing about boats and hoes, we see them do a musical performance at the end, which consists of Dale on drums and Brennan singing. However, behind the scenes, both Farrell and Riley did lend their own musical talents for real. That was really Riley on the drums and Farrell actually singing out a tune. However, something that wasn't real was Will Ferrell's ball sack, when he rubs his ball golias all over the drum set. The tester balls were indeed a highly realistic prop, but if you can believe it, the comical Nutrons cost about $10,000 to make. Damn, that's some expensive Nutterinos prop. Imagine working in the prop department and getting an order to make Will Ferrell's beat me up scrotties. Number 7, casting quirks. So Farrell and Riley aside, then there's the rest of the cast. Firstly, there's Dale's father, Dr. Robert, who was played by Cabin in the Woods actor Richard Jenkins. And it can't be understated just how funny he also is in this movie. You can't help but feel sorry for this guy and all the crap he has to put up with, thanks to these two overgrown morons. Then there's Brennan's mum, Nancy. Originally, Leslie Ann Warren was offered the part, but she couldn't accept due to filming in another production at that time. So the part was played by Clara Clayton actress Mary Steenburgen. Interestingly, she's playing Will Ferrell's mum, but in real life she's only 14 years older than him. And previously she played his stepmom in Elf. Catherine Hahn played the wife of Brennan's older brother, Alice. And I swear, in that scene where she suddenly pees in the men's urinal, I completely lost my shit. That was hilarious. Now, when it came to Derek, Brennan's seemingly more successful, spiteful brother, there were actually several actors in line to play the part, including John Hamm and Thomas Lennon. But instead, it went to Adam Scott, or as I've always known him as, not quite Eric Banner. You know, nearly Eric Banner, but not quite there. Number 6, dog bite on the butt-related injury. So going back to Mental Floss, there was a scene being filmed where a dog was on the set. And while on the set, the dog actually bit actor Richard Jenkins on the butt. Now, if I had to guess, I would say it was the scene where Brennan and Dale were fighting on the front lawn. If you look carefully, you can see several dogs were used in the background of that scene, as well as Cinnamon, the Belgian Shepherd. However, due to getting bit on the bum only, Jenkins had to go and get a tetanus shot. And I'm guessing the dog bite was actually filmed, because Jenkins approached director Adam McKay and asked him, you know, for continuity purposes, should I be limping in the next scene? But McKay told him not to bother, as they probably won't add the...
If you want to send some stuff to me so I can check out what you have sent, please send it to this exact address. However, you may only send some stuff that I am interested in. No airplane, okay? Because if you send something like this, I will make sure that I will tell you that I do not like this film at all. Unless if you would send me that Zucker Abraham Zucker free film collection set that I'm gonna get for top secret, well, you can probably tell that I'm not gonna get it for Airplane, I'm not gonna get it for Naked Gun, I'm only getting it just for top secret. However, I do think that you should send the set as a whole because, let's face it, it's a big deal. So make sure you send stuff like this, or this, or this, or this. And yes, even Airplane 2 the sequel. Oh, and get this, a special collector's edition of Twister, complete with a steelbook that features not only the secondary poster artwork, but the image of the pipe scene on the back. Heck yeah, I'm getting this. Well, actually, we do have the double feature set, which consists of Twister and Twister, so we're pretty dang close. And also Airplane 2 the sequel, which had this cover. Just look at those nuts! I can't keep up with them all! And even the one in the original theatrical poster! Like, look at it! And just look at this poster for the worst film of all time! I mean, come on, do they really need to tie that plane up into another? I mean, That part never actually happened in the film. I mean, they clearly just used a toy model plane. Like, come on, really? And yes, this is what the plane actually looks like in the film. And here's another image of that same goddamn plane model, also from the film. God damn it, I hate this film. And its different titles, like this one known as Flying High, but I would refer to the film with this title. I just hated it so much. So make sure you send in to this address, and I hope to God I will look at them. And in the words of the good old immortal named Connor McLeod,
there can be only one.
If you came to party, make some noise.